Hi Gemini, this is Tisch Aitken, and this is your monthly report for the month of December. And it's an incredible end of the year to an incredible year. And so we are in eclipse season. On the final day of November, there was a lunar eclipse in your sign that took place at 8 degrees and 38 minutes of Gemini. And this is in your first house of self. And hopefully it's a manifestation of something you've been working on, bringing completion. It's a north node eclipse, but lunar eclipses tend to be emotional. And 2 days before that eclipse, Neptune, which sign of Pisces, and in your case rules your house of career and life direction, stations direct, and Neptune rules emotions and the imagination and the subconscious mind. So there's very emotional energy as we segue into the month of December. And having that eclipse energy really is really strong, and you feel it more than any other sign, and you definitely could bring major beginnings and major endings in your life. The nodes of fate changed signs on May 5th, and the north node entered your sign, and it's transiting in your house of self and new beginnings, and will be until January of 2022. So this is a big time in your life. Eclipses indicate a time of awakening and a time of major change. And when we are in eclipse season, which we are, it's a heightened time, it's a pressured time. You can feel a sense of urgency, major beginnings and endings in a very rapid manner, unexpected news. Eclipses bring things to light and uncover information, particularly in Gemini, which is ruled by Mercury. And on December 1st, Mercury exits the sign of Scorpio, where it's been transiting in your house of work and daily routine, and it enters the sign of Sagittarius in your house of partnerships and relationships, where it'll be until December 20th. And this is good energy for you for partnering with others, for partnering with self as well. I imagine relationships are a big theme for you with this eclipse at the end of the year in the first house of self, igniting the house of relationships. And then on the 5th of December, Venus is transiting in your house of work and routine, makes a beautiful aspect to Neptune, the planet of the imagination, in your house of career. And this can be really good for manifesting professional opportunities, for being creative, also good for your own self-care, because obviously this year a lot of us have neglected that area in this difficult time. And then on the 9th of December, the sun, which is transiting in your house of partnerships and relationships, and it will be until December 21st, the sun comes a square to Neptune in your house of career. And that could be, maybe there's a little misunderstanding at work, or something comes to light, boss or something like that. It could be good for manifesting energy, but could be a little bit of miscommunication in relationships. And then on December 13th, Mercury, which is transiting in your house of relationships, squares Neptune in the sky, and that could uncover some hidden information at work or in your relationships. And it's also, again, good manifesting energy. That's what we want to work with Neptune after dealing with such a year of loss and reconstruction and rebuilding. So manifest and try to raise the vibrations. So then we have, let's see, I just lost track with what I'm saying with this here. On the 14th, we have the total solar eclipse, which is a huge deal. And it takes place at 11:17 a.m. Eastern Time in your house of relationships. And it occurs at 23 degrees and 8 minutes of Sagittarius. And this is a big deal. It's a south node eclipse because the south node is transiting in Sagittarius, which is your opposite sign. But it's very much a manifesting new moon eclipse. The new moon is always a time to initiate new beginnings, definitely set intentions. If you're single, it's a great time for new relationship opportunities. If you're in a relationship, it's good for helping to bring renewal. It can bring great professional opportunities with partnerships. Anything you want to initiate in your life, it's an angular house, which gives more power to it. So, and it's a very manifesting one because Venus forms a really helpful aspect to Jupiter in the day of the eclipse, and that's a very fortuitous aspect involving the two benefics. And Mercury in Sag forms a trine to Mars. So Mercury in your house of relationship, trining Mars in your house of friends and groups. And so good for partnering with others, good for relationship opportunities, good for feeling hopeful that you can create new things in 2021. And then on the following day, on December 15th, Venus rather exits the sign of Scorpio and enters the sign of Sagittarius in your house of relationships, where it will be until January 8th. But before it does that, it forms a sextile to Saturn, which is an aspect of opportunity. And all of the Capricorn tail for you has been in the house of intimacy and healing and loss and transformation. So helping you hopefully to deal with healing work around transformation and getting clear around the Capricorn tail, because we're about to enter the age of Aquarius. And on the day of the 15th, Chiron, which is the wounded healer, stations direct at 5 degrees of Aries in your house of friends and groups and community. And, you know, it could be that you're also finding that you're doing healing work with other friends. Maybe you're connecting with people with whom you're finding that this is helpful to you during this difficult time. Mars was in Aries, has been in Aries since June 27th, and it retrograded on September 9th in your house of friends and groups, and then it stationed direct on November 13th. So this could have brought up a lot of old wounds around friendships, shadow issues around how you are a friend to others or how people are a friend to you. Maybe it brought people from your distant past. Maybe it brought up fights with people, with friends, or maybe it made you want to seek and take action to find your tribe. So that's a big deal as well. And then we have on the 16th or the 17th of December, depending on what time zone you're in, Saturn enters Aquarius. This is a huge deal because, again, you've been dealing with this whole Capricorn tale of reconstruction in your house of loss and rebirth and joint resources and money and transformation. And now Saturn, which is how you anchor your goals and learn your lessons, is going to enter your house of higher learning and teaching and promotion and manifesting and different belief systems. And it'll be transiting there until March of 2023. So it's very much a time for you, Gemini, who already loves to seek knowledge. And the North Node's transiting in your sign as well until the beginning of 21. This is an excellent time for you to teach, to write, to go back to school, to learn new things, which you're always doing anyway. You're a perennial student. So this is an ample opportunity to do so. And then on the 19th of December, Jupiter, which is the grand benefic, enters the sign of of Aquarius, where it'll be on and off until December 29th of next year. And I think that's going to be a really helpful aspect for all of us, because we need to seek connection again. We've become a very disconnected society. And with Saturn and Jupiter both entering the sign of Aquarius, this is bringing a structure to the vision for all of us to build community, to seek higher learning and enlightenment, and I think, and brilliance and innovation, all that, the infinite possibilities that Aquarius represents. And for you, it's really about manifesting and seeking all sorts of new knowledge and teaching and ultimately travel. But that will be challenged with the South Node in Sag. I think the possibilities are infinite with Aquarius, but we also need to think locally with the North Node in your sign. And then we have on the 20th of December, Mercury exits the sign of Sagittarius and enters Capricorn in your house of healing and transformation, where it'll be until January 8th. And that's a good opportunity to still, we'll be all working with that for a long time, obviously. And then on the 21st, Saturn, the winter solstice occurs at 5:02 a.m. Eastern Time, when the sun enters the cardinal Earth sign of Capricorn. The longest night of the year in the northern hemisphere, and the longest day of the year in the southern hemisphere. And this is a time to honor, to stop and really meditate on what you value as the sun stops briefly for a few days, and then we have winter or summer, depending on where you live. And this solstice is particularly significant because Saturn and Jupiter meet up at 1:21 p.m. Eastern Time at 0 degrees and 29 minutes of Aquarius. And this is really the age of Aquarius, where you want to structure the vision of connection and innovation and the technological revolution that will help to bring new opportunities for all of us, but also to connect us, since we've become very disconnected in many ways. And then we have on the 24th of December, Mercury in Capricorn forms a trine to Uranus and Taurus, and that's very innovative energy and helpful for, it's like the magician card in Tarot for making things happen. And on the 25th or 26th, depending on what time zone you're in, the sun squares Chiron in the sky. The sun in Capricorn in your house of healing squares Chiron in your house of friends and groups. And again, this is a year where many of us will be honoring the people that we love. All of us will be the people we love that have left us or that are going through very difficult times. And that's part of that story for all of us, sadly. But and then we have on the 27th, the sun in Capricorn trines Uranus in Taurus, and that's helpful for innovation and helping us all to get a preview of the age of Aquarius, which will be really, I think, exciting. I really do. And it's a fellow air sign, so it's going to be very helpful for you. And I think you'll love it, And then we have on the 29th, there's a full moon in Cancer at 8 degrees and 53 minutes of Cancer in its sign. That's emotional energy, ending a very, very sad year in your house of what you value and income, and hopefully bringing some manifestation to something you've been trying to build financially, but also obviously a sad full moon for all of us. And then on the 31st of December, the last day of the year, the moon is in Leo, and Leo rules the heart chakra, and it's going to form a trine to Chiron, the wounded healer. That's the last aspect it makes, and I think that gives us a preview of the age of Aquarius, that we are going to connect and open our hearts and heal through love. So I wish you a lot of luck and I hope you have a great new year as you approach 21. Thank you.